All right, let me ask you something. Have you ever had a dream that was so big, it it felt kind of crazy? Well, today we're going to dive into a whole philosophy that's built on that exact feeling. We're talking about the madness of a dream and how, believe it or not, it might just be the secret sauce for making the impossible possible. So, check this out. The whole core idea is this. A dream that's actually big enough to change your life? Well, it should sound a little nuts. I mean, think about it. If you tell people your biggest ambition and they all just kind of nod along and go, yeah, that sounds reasonable, then you're probably not dreaming big enough. It's that little laugh, that look of disbelief you get from other people, that is your first clue that you're aiming for something truly massive. So let's turn this around for a second. What about your dream? Is it big enough to be called a little crazy? Does it have that spark of, man, I don't know if this is even possible? Because that feeling right there, that's the launch pad for everything we're going to get into today. Okay, so where does a journey like this actually begin? I'll give you a hint. It's almost never with some big, flashy overnight success story. Nope. It starts with a long, hard road, a struggle that most of the time nobody even sees. Let's look at the story of PhysicsWallah, because it's a perfect example. Years before the name meant anything to anyone, this was what was happening behind the scenes. In 2015, he was making memes on chart paper, literally chart paper, that went nowhere, a failed Facebook page. Then in 2016, he's posting YouTube videos to, like, crickets, just nothing. But then 2017 hits and he makes this insane commitment. One video, every single day, no matter what. That's the grind. So what do you think a whole year of that, a video every single day, gets you? Well, here it is. After 365 videos, the grand total was 10,000 subscribers. I mean, let that sink in for a second. All of that relentless work for what most people would look at and say, that's it. And if you think the subscriber count is rough, wait till you hear about the money. For that entire year, that whole year of grinding it out every single day, the total income from YouTube was just about 8,000 rupees. We're talking less than $100 for a year. It's pretty obvious this wasn't about getting rich quick, right? And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? It's about pushing through when you are completely invisible. It's about believing in your own crazy idea when the world is giving you zero. And I mean zero, validation that you're doing the right thing. So picture this. The YouTube channel is barely breathing. It's not really going anywhere. And right then, a massive turning point comes up. This is where things go from being just a side hustle to a full-on bet the farm leap of faith. So here's the choice, the classic crossroads. Path number one, a safe, stable job, good money, a clear career path, comfort. And then there's path number two, the dream. Quitting that safe job to go all in on this YouTube channel that has shown almost no signs of success. It's literally a choice between a smooth ride and total chaos. I mean, can you imagine your own family saying that to you? It just goes to show you how insane this decision looked to everybody else. It just flew in the face of all common sense. Any normal, rational person would have said you're being completely reckless. But this right here, this is the philosophy that powered that choice. The idea that if your life feels too comfortable, too smooth, something's wrong. You're not growing. If everything is easy, it's a sign that you're not actually chasing that big, wild dream you have. All right, so this is all great as a mindset, but how do you actually turn it into a system? How do you take all this embrace the struggle stuff and make it a real method? How do you turn the madness into, well, a method? Well, it boils down to three core principles. Number one, you have to embrace the grind. The word used is gisna, and it basically means to just rub and polish yourself through sheer hard work until you shine. It's relentless. Number two, forget about born geniuses. That's a myth. Talent is built piece by piece. And number three, if you feel like you're behind, the only solution is to speed up and outwork everybody. This totally calls out the excuses we all make, right? You see an amazing singer and think, wow, they're a natural, but you don't see the 12 hours a day they spend practicing. Or you meet someone who's just brilliant and think they're just smarter. You're not seeing the extra decade of studying they've put in. The truth is always in the work that nobody ever sees. And this is cool. He even brings in a concept from physics, relative velocity. It's actually a really simple but powerful way to think about it. Basically, stop looking at how far ahead everyone else is. Forget their position. Your only job is to increase your own speed, your own effort, dramatically. Because if you accelerate hard enough, you will catch up and you will overtake them. It's just physics. And really, it all comes back to this one classic idea. It sums up the entire philosophy. Talent is great, but effort is the one thing that can beat it. It's the ultimate equalizer, and it's the one thing that is 100% in your control. Always. Okay, so we've talked about the story, we've talked about the philosophy, but what about you? Right here, right now. What does any of this mean for your life today? This is where we get real. Let's just lay out the hard truths. First, life is completely uncertain. Second, waiting for the right time is a total trap. It doesn't exist. The only thing you actually have, the only thing you own, is this very moment, now. That little 5-minute burst of motivation you get from an explainer like this, it's nice. But your success, that's decided in the other 23 hours and 55 minutes of your day. And to really hammer this point home, he pulls out this incredibly powerful quote from Steve Jobs. It's a question you ask yourself every single morning when you look in the mirror. If today was the last day of my life, would I still want to do what I'm about to do today? So let's ask ourselves that question. Forget about tomorrow, forget about next year, just for today. If it was all over tonight, would you be happy? Would you be satisfied with what you did today? It's a heavy question for sure, but man, it's an important one. And so after all that, it really just comes down to this one simple final message. This is it. This is the call to action that cuts through all the excuses. The time for just thinking about it is done. It's time to get to work. It's time to grind.